Many things about the LCS summer split have been highly unpredictable, but despite that, or maybe because of it, Travis has assigned me the terrifying task of trying to predict the entire LCS summer playoffs. I did this back in the spring playoffs, and the only thing I got wrong was thinking Team Liquid would beat Cloud9 twice instead of the other way around. The other 4 teams all finished exactly where I expected. It's going to be way harder this time around because of all the roster changes and momentum shifts in the standings. 3 teams finished the summer split with 18-9 records, and 5 teams can make a realistic argument that they're candidates to win the whole thing. But I'm only allowed to predict 1, so let's jump in and see how close I can get. The first match is between Evil Geniuses and Dignitas, and I've got EG winning cleanly. They were one of the best teams all split, especially in the early game where they created the biggest early game gold leads in the LCS. Neo and Aphromoo are going to do their best to attack Danny in lane, but unless EG catch a far worse case of int-itis, they're going to bring too much map-wide aggression and skill for Dig to handle. Next up we have Cloud9 against Team Liquid, a rematch of the finals from the mid-season showdown. Somehow both teams are back to using their spring rosters too. With Alphari back in the lineup and Santorin back for week 9 as well, TL are playing like they used to, focusing on early gold leads in the solo lanes and playing with Elite. This could be the best series we see until much later in the bracket, but I'm giving C9 a slight edge because of Fudge's continuing growth in the top lane and C9's tighter mid and late game play. Moving into the next round, we're going to see Dignitas face Immortals in the lower bracket. There's a chance Xerxes takes over and outsmarts Dig, but I think the Neo-Aphromoo duo is stronger than Raze and Destiny, and Dig have stronger team fighting too, which you can see in their 3rd best kill to death ratio over the last round robin. Team Liquid will then play the 8th seed Golden Guardians, and it won't be an easy match. GG performed much better down the stretch, especially with Licorice over the last 4 weeks. The Golden Guardians coaching staff has done a great job of moving their rebuild forward this summer, but TL have a more well-rounded roster and a ton more experience. I expect GG to put up a good fight, but TL should come out on top. In the upper bracket, 100 Thieves will play EG to earn a trip to Worlds. While 100 T earned themselves a bye, EG will be carrying way more momentum. In the last round robin, 100 T went 4-4 if you exclude the game where they played their academy roster. The last time they beat a team from the top half of the standings was Team Liquid 2 weeks ago. 100 T's game plan, much like Dignitas, will involve FBI and Huhi trying to blow up Danny in lane, but I think EG will handle it through their jungling early on and win with stronger map play in the late game. The other upper bracket match will be a real blockbuster with another Worlds qualification on the line. TSM have had a very strong summer and C9 have looked shaky. TSM won 18 games while C9 only won 15. Spica is the leading MVP candidate in popular opinion, and that will give TSM fans a lot of confidence. There are 2 important elements to consider here though. One is that, despite the win-loss records, C9 actually had higher gold spent percentage difference than TSM throughout the split, which means they won more convincingly and their losses were close. The other is that Perkz always seems to find another gear in the playoffs, and I think he'll do exactly that and lead C9 to a win. 100 Thieves against Team Liquid feels like a huge matchup for the second round of the lower bracket. It doesn't seem fair that one of these 2 teams could drop out of the race to get to Worlds this early. I favor TL because I think Tactical is back on good form, and because with Santorin back, I don't have faith in Someday and Closer to find vulnerabilities in Alphari's lane phase. The other lower bracket match will be TSM versus Dignitas, and as much as Dig have pleasantly surprised me throughout the year, I don't think they have much chance of advancing past this stage. Dig are good team fighters, but TSM are better, led by Power of Evil's huge damage share, which was the highest of all LCS mid laners by a wide margin. In the upper bracket, Impact will take on the Fudge Factor, and Jizuke will square off against Perkz in a battle of some of the strongest solo lanes in the league. EG were 4-1 against C9 this year, including winning the last 3 games between them. A best of 5 might look very different, but I think the head-to-head record tells the right story. There will be a lot of aggressive mistakes in this series, but in the end I see EG coming out on top thanks to their more sophisticated use of side lanes and better synchronization on the top half of the map. TSM and Team Liquid will fight for the 3rd and final World Championships qualification. I see this match coming down to TL's laning against TSM's late game objective control. TSM have done a great job this split of scaling up and securing Barons and, when needed, Elder Dragons. But TL beat TSM 3-1 back in the midseason showdown, and this time they have Santorin back for an added boost. Alphari and CoreJJ will be the leaders as TL get early leads, control the mid game, and secure their spot at Worlds with a long lower bracket run. We'll get a round 1 rematch between C9 and TL in the lower bracket finals, and I see no reason to predict a different outcome. C9 will advance to get another shot at Evil Geniuses. That leaves us with another rematch in the Grand Finals. EG will have a big scouting advantage from watching C9 play TL, and after playing 3 best-of-5s, Danny will hardly be a rookie anymore. This will be EG's final to lose, and I think they'll hold up under the pressure and become the LCS champions. So that's my LCS Summer Championships bracket. I feel pretty good about it, but if this split has taught me anything, it's that my predictions have a very high chance of cursing at least one team with terrible consequences. If nothing else, that should make for good entertainment value.
Playoffs are coming. Oh my gosh. Playoffs are coming. I am so excited for this, and I hope you are too, because it's when we get to see the just maximum levels of competition in the LCS and these best of fives. And you know what else allows for maximum competition? You play on an Alienware setup, get an Alienware notebook, desktop, monitor, maybe some of their accessories. Alienware.com/Travis. There's a link in the description below, and there's a code that you can use. And they've lifted some of the restrictions that unfortunately were on that code for a little bit, so you should be able to apply it to even more systems and setups now. So go do that. Check out the code. And then while we're talking about competition, compete against the other people that watch this video by subscribing to the channel. Those names are scrolling across the bottom of the screen if everything went well. Bye.